When I'm ready to get going on my morning routine, the first thing I do is dress to the shoes. I've worked hard to create a morning routine that helps to keep the house clean so that is less maintenance work throughout the day. So the first thing that I do is empty the dishwasher so that as people get up and have their breakfast, they can be putting their dirty dishes right in the dishwasher. I've also started reorganizing my kitchen since I have new cabinets and really thinking intentionally about where we use the dishes and how I can be more efficient and spend less time walking around the kitchen. So I've put the plates and cups right over the dishwasher, the silverware is right beside of it, and then I've put all of my cooking and baking utensils, pans, cutting boards right around the stove so that they're handy as we cook. Since I suffer with chronic pain and I know I'm not necessarily going to feel great at night, having a strong morning routine is super important to me. Here I'm now putting any dishes that were used after we cleaned up from supper in the dishwasher. And then once that's finished, I'm going to move right into the bathroom and work on laundry. Every night we run a load of laundry and every morning we run a load of laundry. This way, whenever someone takes a shower, they can put their dirty laundry right in the washing machine. Unless something has specific instructions on having to be washed alone, we don't separate clothes unless it's something with a strong color, and then I'm only separating it the first time it goes in the wash. So you saw me take out of the dryer. That was actually the load from yesterday morning that was dry. And now I'm switching the load that we ran last night into the dryer. It's not that I never get behind on laundry, but it's not a normal occurrence anymore to have baskets full of dirty laundry. I have a small bathroom and there honestly is just not enough room. So I'm throwing those right onto the couch, and then any of my dirty laundry I'm going to go get and immediately put in the washing machine before I start separating out the clean clothes. On this day, I was a bit behind because, as you saw, I already had clothes on the couch when I put these there. All of the towels are going in this blue basket where my daughter will come and separate those and fold them and put those away. And then everybody has a slot and their clothes go in the slot. So they're going to get up for the day. They're going to put their dirty laundry in the washing machine right away. They're going to eat and put their dirty dishes in the dishwasher. And then they're going to come and they're going to scoop up their laundry pile and bring it upstairs. I don't match socks anymore. They either go right in that person's slot, or for my 3 girls that share a room, I have a garment bag that you're going to see in a minute, and all of their undergarments and socks go in there, and then they can take that up with their clothes, separate it right in their room, and put all that stuff away. When we're missing a sock, I encourage them to go look throughout their bedroom, and we give it a couple days, and if they haven't found it in a few days, we toss that odd sock away. No more matching socks for me. I used to have a laundry basket all the time full of odd socks, and that is no more. So I'm putting away my own laundry, and then I'm going to get started on making my bed and tidying my room. You may have noticed as I was putting away my dishes and as I was separating laundry, those rooms were not clean. They had clutter in them, but that's not what I'm focused on right now. Right now I'm focused on getting the things done that will keep the house clean, because people can be putting their dirty dishes and dirty laundry right away instead of having things stack up in my sink and on my bathroom floor. Then I go in and make my bed, and then I'll tidy my room, and then I'll go around the house and tidy, kind of thinking, what would I do if company was coming? It's not a deep clean, it's just a quick pickup after I'm done with my initial morning routine. I did also want to mention that having a clean house is really not my end game. My end game is being efficient with the energy that I have to have a house as clean as possible, as quickly as possible, so that I can go about my day and be spending time with family and friends. And that's my desire for you. My desire for you is that I could help you to be thinking of ideas in your own home that work for you to make your house run more efficiently with less work, so that you can go and live the life that you want to live. My bedroom is tidy, and you can see my cat on the windowsill. He's having his morning hunt time while I'm running through the house. So he's living his best life up there on my windowsill. Now I'm doing a quick tidy in the living room and kitchen, and that is that company clean. It's not a deep clean at all. It is just making the rooms look presentable. If I found something that belonged to one of the kids, I would put it in their laundry bin and they could take it up with their laundry and put it away. When my kids were younger and using a lot of toys, I would pick a couple times a day, and definitely one of those times was at bedtime, where they would just do what I called room by room and up the stairs. They would go room by room, find what's theirs, and go upstairs to their bedrooms and put it away. When my kids were toddlers, I always had a large basket in the living room where I could just quickly scoop up whatever they have been playing with at nighttime and bedtime and throw those right in the basket so that it would be neat and tidy but not a lot of work. We are in constant home improvement mode, so I am just constantly cleaning up all the supplies that we have been using. So even though my channel is predominantly cleaning, cleaning is not my end game. I clean so that I have time to spend with family and friends without being stressed, and having a clean house helps me to feel peaceful. And I think most of us are that way. We prefer a clean house. We just sometimes have a hard time reaching that goal. So it's my desire that I can help you to think through what routines might be helpful in your own home. One chore I've recently added is wiping around the stove area so that don't get a grease build up. Now we are ready for the day, and each person makes their own lunch and cleans up after themselves. We used to have a routine for that, and here, where would I be without a dance from one of my girls? We used to have a routine for that after lunch, where people would take turns cleaning up from lunch, but we've just switched over to everyone kind of doing their own thing. So after supper, everyone has a cleaning chore. Actually, one of my daughters sets the table every night, and then everyone else has one cleaning chore. They all put away their own plate, their own cup, their own silverware, and then one person clears and wipes down the table. One person stores the food and vacuums a floor, and we do the kitchen every other night and the dining room every other night for vacuuming. One person wipes down the countertop, the stove, and the island, and one person loads the rest of the dishes that were used for cooking and washes any dishes that were not able to be fit into the dishwasher. They wash those, dry them, and put them away. Aside from that, every day, every one of my kids gets one chore, and I aim at about a 20-minute chore. An exception to that might be my son Francois that you see there. He does mow the lawn, and that of course takes longer than 20 minutes, but in general, I try to do a 20-minute chore, and I try to be strategic. It might be something that really needed to be deep cleaned, maybe a small area like a window blind or the front door. It might be something that is difficult for me because of my back, like cleaning the tub. I am very strategic about planning either a chore at a time when I wouldn't have energy, or a chore that I find difficult to do with my chronic pain. And Yvonne would like to say hello. If you're new to my channel, you'll notice I don't have any countertops because we ordered new cabinets and new countertops, and they won't measure the countertops until your cabinets are in, and then thanks to COVID, it's taking a good month to get countertops in. So we are in the waiting game, and as you might be able to see to the right of Ava, is I ended up putting shelf liner on top of the plywood that we're using as a makeshift counter, because wet things are put on the countertops all the time, and it wasn't going to work to have open plywood and wet things on the countertop. So I found it much easier to just put down some shelf liner, some clear plastic. I got that at Dollar General, super inexpensive, and that will just help us while we are waiting for our new countertop and sink. I've also tried to reorganize to make putting away things more easy and to have things accessible in areas where we're using them. I've also done a lot of decluttering, and when I declutter, I basically think of myself as moving out of my own house. I literally box things up, label them that we don't use all the time, and then those are stored away. I have an area in my basement that I have set up very similar to a storage unit, and if I can buy lights at some point, I will be able to bring you guys down there, but I basically have labels on the wall, one for each room. For example, I have kitchen things, and so all the kitchen things that I don't keep upstairs are stored there. I have each person's name, so any of their things that can be stored in the basement are there. Then I have things like holiday, Christmas things. Those have an area. So I've set it up just like you would rent a storage unit, and I put things we don't use all of the time but still want to keep in those areas labeled. This way we can find them, but I'm not battling mindless clutter all day long. Now here you see me taking over for one of my daughters, Crecia, because she is in a driver's ed class and they're trying to go super fast because of COVID, and she has had to do homework for driver's ed all day, every day. And so I'm trying to help her by taking over her chore, which is sometimes just necessary. My goal is after supper, the kitchen is back to clean. So all of my routines are the things that I feel absolutely have to be done. And if nothing else gets done during the day, that's fine. But if I do have some extra time and extra energy, then I can tackle some of the other projects around the house. So this is the area over my washer and dryer. It's really been getting on my nerves because it has just gotten very cluttery. And so I'm just trying to get it quickly cleaned up, not spending a lot of time. And it's very similar to those Fly Lady projects. If you're familiar with Fly Lady, or if you use Fly Lady, she's picking out certain things around the house every day so that at the end of the year, there's no need to spring clean or declutter. So I try to just do this for myself. I'm not using her system right at the moment. So I decided today would be a good day to tackle these shelves. And every day, if I have the energy and time, I do think of little projects that I can do that overall make my house cleaner and more organized. As you have seen throughout this video, there's been other pictures of other videos that I have made that I thought might be of help to you, and I will have those linked in my description box below. If you like this video and found value, then I would encourage you to click on the like button, and then I'll know to make more that are like this one. Also, in a few seconds, you're going to see popped up in the right-hand corner my cleaning tips, tricks, and hacks that I think might be of more help. YouTube is also suggesting a video based on other videos you've watched that they think you would enjoy of mine. And as always, I hope you know that God loves you so much, and I love you too. I really want to help you, and I can't wait to see you next time.